Hey guys, and welcome to the first ever video that I'm putting on the Facebook group, the Aloha Switch Club. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I am going to go ahead and start with air reading, so we're going to jump right in, okay? We're going to go first with the animal cards. Hope you guys are doing really, really well. Hope you had a good holiday if you celebrated Thanksgiving this week. Hope you enjoyed the new moon the other day. Ladybug. This is a good, this is a time of good fortune and abundance. So be willing to receive all good things in your life. Like literally all the good things you've ever wanted, you can have in a better way than you probably even saw them, if that makes sense. You know, we make plans with our life, and sometimes we know because it's a calling deep down that we feel, and sometimes we get sidetracked, and it's just kind of figuring out, what is true, and what is true is what will stick with you. You will change, but you will still be the same. Like all the insects, they go from the larva, to a completely different looking bug. Like they all start out that way almost, except for like maybe grasshoppers, but ladybugs do, and yeah, good fortune and abundance. So be willing to receive all good things in your life. It's a great idea to do meditations and affirmations on abundance, receiving, allowing the good fortune to come to you. Okay. So let's see what our moon energy says for the air signs. What do you need to release? And again, I've been talking about this lately, but the arms, like I was just talking about the meditation, the affirmation that you would do on releasing, and receiving is basically the same thing. It's arms outstretched. That's why there's so much, confusion with the new moons and the full moons on what is the beginning and what is the ending. And sometimes it overlaps. That's the fact of the matter, but that's why it's difficult to go through change, because we don't want to change. We want to stay in our comfort zone. We don't want to release things. But yet, once we get to a point where we know there's no turning back and we know that's the right thing to do, then it's easier to act on it when you fully understand it. And so that's kind of what this is all about, is figuring out what is the real thing, that you're going to keep coming back to no matter what. What is that deep thing? Whatever you recur, when you have like recurring dreams, recurring thoughts, you definitely want to look into those and make sure you know why, because those are a big sign. Okay. So in looking at something and diving deeper into it, sometimes you can really figure out things, that you need to release and move into as well. Well, this is amazing. I wanted to just take 3. We got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, the High Priestess, and the Ace of Wands. Okay. So for me, Wheel of Fortune is huge here. Huge, huge, huge. And that's all I've been saying on this channel, for the past couple months at least, been gearing up for the end of this year, and Scorpio season was going to be big, and it was going to be passionate and intense like Scorpio is, but it's going to take us and usher us and get us moving into this new, this deeper, this higher energy where, beautiful things are happening all around us, inside of us. It may not be completely, we're not where we want to be. We're not where we're going yet. And again, sometimes that takes a little bit of growing pains, elbow room, like working it out, working stuff out, and just figuring out day by day, like how things are going to go for you in your life and how you're going to work with the magic of life, basically. It's a very, very beautiful card here. Okay, there's so much to it. You take the past can be negative, or positive. And when you have things that are hard, that are painful, again, they help us to grow. They help us to learn. So we have to understand that they are good, and use that and figure out how to make it good and make it work for you in your life. Okay. So going within, absolutely staring yourself in the face subconsciously, understanding what makes you actually you. Okay, being comfortable, being alone with yourself, knowing the ins and outs of your soul to where your thoughts don't scare you anymore before you go to bed. You know, people are always like, oh, you know, they got to have the TV on till the very last time before they go to bed because they're scared of their own thoughts, you know, and this is just working it out, you know, to where you don't have those moments, you know, where you can really get along, you know, on a deeper level because there's this understanding. It's a big change for you. You're lifting up. Your going within is lifting you up, is lifting us all up. This is why we're in this together, you know? I'm a changed person too. You know, we're all changing so much and growing. We're shedding skins. We're shedding old personas, old beliefs, old thoughts, expectations. We're coming into a more divine answer, you know, to who we are than ever before. And we're beyond trying to label ourselves. That was way in the past, trying to say, oh, well, I'm this. No, you're all of it, you know. Acceptance and just rising is what I'm getting here. Look how she's just cradled by that moon. That moon is her support, is her own, it's not the only thing that's keeping her, because this is a very complex, you know, card, and there's a lot to it, and it's very powerful, you know, but that is the thing, you know, it's where the focus should be. It's what's helping you grow. It's what's helping you become the person that you want to be, that wise, knowing, understanding again. Hey, Rocky. So sweet. Okay, and then of course we have also coming up, I think as well, very big change, very big beginning coming up here. Okay, lots of passion you can see, lots of action, lots of fire with this new life, you know, that we're being allowed, we're being afforded because we spun the wheel, because we decided to go deeper. Okay, so that's very, very good, very passionate energy here coming forward. So let's do some angel cards and then we'll be ready to jump into the reading. Okay, very, very lovely for overall energy. Oh, and we got one that just decided to flow out right here. Flow out, fly out. Crystal clear intentions. Be clear about what you desire and focus upon it with unwavering faith. The clarity is the first step in the holistic law of attraction. The clarity, being in that space to where it's not even about you, it's not ego, it's not me. This is something that you are understanding is coming from above because of its very nature, because of its higher purpose, because of its higher good, the way that it makes you feel. Okay? You will know. It's kind of like the twin flame situation. And it is the twin flame situation. You know, crystal clear intentions. Your deepest desires. And it's being honest with yourself. Are there things, you know, that you would put in front of your twin flame right now? And if there is something that is that important that is calling you there, then they probably have something that's very important that's calling them somewhere, and that you need to focus on what's calling you right now, and then y'all can meet up again later. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. But again, it's about intention. It's about intending to do that later, intending to come back, intending to I don't, maybe for somebody salvage the relationship, or just stay in communication is what I'm kind of also feeling. And just know that both of you deep down do want to be together, even if you kind of both know that it's just not the right time or that you can't right now. Still the energy that I'm getting here for a lot of people, okay? Okay, and just coming right up, we have the sun. We have the sun, which is great, happiness. Okay, I only wanted to take 2 of these, actually. So much energy before the reading is even here. Ah, we got the sun in the Fool. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. Oh my gosh, the night and the day, the yin and the yang, the perfect dance of life, the ups and the downs, the ins and the outs, so within as without, doing the dance, you know, doing the dance of life and understanding it. Again, this is all about knowing, and how you can, when you know, you can really just kind of relax. When you know, you can just kind of have fun. When you know everything's going to be okay, you're just like, oh, you know, everything works out and you're in the zone, okay? Because you're giving that faith, because you're doing what is being asked of you. There's no you're not about to look back here. You're not about to just not jump off that cliff. You're doing it. Like, I know you are. I get it. It takes, a lot of times 12 times for somebody to hear something, a piece of advice or an affirmation or a advertisement that really sinks in with them. And sometimes, we just have to hear things, but this is the time. This is beautiful energy, especially I think just for like all the holiday season. I know I get swept up in a lot of that, but with the air signs, we're coming into Capricorn, or we're in Capricorn moon and we're coming into Aquarius. So we'll get some air energy this week, on Saturday, actually, about 3:14 in the afternoon. We'll move into our moon in Aquarius, okay? And so, we may be having some new ideas. We may have some shifts in what we're believing, what we kind of want to focus on. A little bit of that social energy, be yourself, kind of just allow everybody to be themselves. Work on some, it's still like a brainstorming time with our inner, like it's figuring out things, putting things together and saying, I'm going in this direction. Okay. So let's go ahead where we got it here. Okay. Here. So this is very, very, it's just so holiday. We got the snow, we got the bright colors. It's like the new year, the new year. Wow. This is our focus going into our new year, is creating this happiness on earth, jumping into the subconscious, jumping into all the wisdom, all the knowledge, all the change, knowing when to release, not having issues with that. So many issues in life are caused by not knowing when to let go of something. Okay? That is something here that we're still dealing with. Okay? So we have the Nine of Swords and we have the Devil energy in reverse. Okay? So this might be something that you really, really, really don't want to let go of. Or it may be something that you just have been, like, you literally just let go of. Okay? Two of Cups, definitely been on our minds. It's been a huge theme, even though it's kind of a standoff energy a little bit right now. It's kind of like, are we coming together? For some of we might be coming together in ways, but then in other ways it feels like we're not. Okay? The blockages are all going within on both sides, coming through and following through with the higher, the higher guides, the higher spirits, the higher mental thought, emotions, energies, all of it, spirituality. Okay? It's almost like we're being born. It's like, pow, we are just born. We're being born again in ways. So that's why there hasn't been this focus on the actual couple itself. I mean, the themes are there for sure, and the memory and the love is there again. But what we're seeing is that there's this rebirth, that's coming through. And it's all happening because of the partnership. It's because of the twin flame energy. Don't get me wrong. That's the beginning and the end. But that sets you up for the big changes that have to happen. And it's almost like this energy, like, cheers. This is going to be the last cheers for a while. And then we're going to go in and work on our own life and what we're actually manifesting, being really vulnerable and honest with our own self, off in our own little world, healing our own things that we need to heal. And in doing that, in figuring out what we really want, we'll know what we need to let go of. Okay? We'll know. We'll figure it out, and then we'll be able to do it. Okay? So we'll think, you got to conceive it first, and then it's going to happen. And it will be a process. Okay? But there are things that we have to let go for our sanity, for our health, for our mental health, for our comfort. Okay? For everything, really. Okay? Something that needs to be let go of, that maybe you never thought you were going to actually be able to do it. That sort of thing. In whatever way that works for you to do that is something that you're going to work on figuring out right now. Okay, so again, it's this inward energy still. Okay? But again, the underlying is that the reason why you're going through this time is all so that you're going to come back together as better people. Absolutely is the energy here. Okay? This is what I'm saying. The love is there. Don't worry. Okay? The love is there. go higher, okay? When you meet, it will be because of what the work that you do and how high, how deep you're willing to go. If you want to be superficial, the relationships that you have are going to be superficial. But if you want to face your shit and deal with it, and then you can start anew. You're not going to have this born again moment unless you fully dive into it. People think, oh, I'll just, do this or watch a few videos. And it's like we get stuck in these, oh, let's watch all of this twin flame, love reading energy, tarot. That's the fluff readers who tell us, oh, they see the love. Oh, you're going to be together. You're going to be together, right now. And it's telling people what they want to hear, but it's covering the Band-Aid over what actually has to happen. I'm not saying you need to be apart from your person. You may be seeing your person this whole time, but the point is where you want it to go and the depth of it, the deepness of it, okay? The communication could be whatever, and the enthusiasm is also building, it's definitely building. The growth is actually making it all make more sense. There's more of an understanding on both sides as to what this is really about. And so that once you start to kind of get to that point, it's like you don't really, the stuff doesn't hit you as bad. You can get through it with just like a sigh, like, oh, like, this sucks, but I'm just going to go to sleep. It's like, I'm not going to freak out. I'm not going to do this, stay up all night, because we've done this 90 times before, and now And now you have, even if you haven't dealt with all of this stuff, it's like you know what it is. At least know that the things that you're dealing with are being caused by yourself and by your own thoughts, beliefs, and expectations. Once you know that, you can just start to lay there in bed instead of freaking out. Why is this happening to me? Or take it as it resonates, metaphorically for you, whatever. This is something that you're able to say, oh, this is just stuff that needs my attention. That's it. And then you deal with it. You think about it, you toss it around a few times, play with the energy, say, oh, throw it around like a shadow work like we always do, flip the switch. Is this really even true? Is this something I'm projecting? Is this something, so you just say things, oh, well, so-and-so is doing this, it's making me mad. Why is this making me so mad? Oh, we'll break it down to, well, what they're actually doing is disrespect, and, how am I disrespecting them? They're disrespecting me. Am I disrespecting them? Make sure you check yourself, and then you see, well, they're disrespecting themselves, or they're not disrespecting me, and flip everything in the positive and the negative and the flip between the people back and forth, and it helps you to see things in a new way. This is how I deal with shadow work. Again, much more direction on that in my program, KlaireeBerry.com. Okay, but we do have this homey holiday love like feeling that is growing and building, and it's something that is ancestral for you. I want you to know that your twin flame is family more than anything else. This is what's coming through to me right now, and it's like the winds of change and the different lives that we go through, and I think both parties kind of realize this and are starting to accept it on deeper level, and knowing that even if there is a little bit of time that goes by where you have to focus on other things, you have to focus on yourself and your change and your growth, and this is huge change, you guys. This is no joke. Okay? And I feel like it's because you've been doing some amount of work. It's because you've been doing some amount of going within and figuring it all out, and now it's time to act. It's coming on a time. These are actions, acting on your highest good. Whatever you do for yourself is going to benefit your family and your partner and everybody as well. Okay? So air signs, this has been a wonderful reading. Okay? Focus on what makes you happy. Okay? Focus on the family, the children. Right now, focus on those children in a real way, not throwing plastic toys at them and, feeding them sugary sweets. Like, this is real nourishing love, real, doing the best thing for everybody, figuring out what that is. There's always an option. If you really weigh your options in any decision, there's always an option that'll pop up that has more weight. It has more positive things. Sometimes it takes a long time to figure it out. What is the answer here? Which one of the answers has the majority of the benefits here? But it will show itself to you. Okay? And until then, until it's clear, it's kind of just hang out, just feel it out, feel it out. And when you're ready, you'll know when you're ready. You'll know when it's time to take the next step. Okay. But just keep on focusing on the end product here is kind of what, like, focus on knowing what it's going to take to be here. Okay. What in your life has to go before you're going to be able to have this. And it's something that's going to come to you. Again, it's just going to come to you when you're going within here. Okay? But again, what kind of life are we working towards here? Are we focusing on? And again, what is standing in the way? And how can you get excited, enthusiastic, so in love with the idea of changing everything? And that's when you'll have enough courage to go deep diving into this subconscious and do the shadow work. You know, get the program. It's 30 videos, countless hours. It goes through the abundant holistic healing, law of attraction. And then it goes through with the shadow work that is really very necessary here to help us with the things that we need to deal with, that need to be dealt with before we get our prize. Okay. Before we level up to the next level. Okay. And going within is absolutely the key. You know, don't you worry. This is how we're doing the change in the first place, is taking the negative and understanding it and growing from it. This is about dealing with your shit, not running from it, covering it up, you know, binge watching shows, eating food, drinking alcohol, getting high, like all these different things people will do instead of looking. I'm not saying, you know, don't do any of those things. Don't eat food, you know, for crying out loud. But it's like when the overeating and the addictions and everything and the negative side, the shadow side of all of the positive, what can be positive things, are not helping us and not serving us and keeping us from. So it's like you have to go within to face and see, why am I doing things? Why this? Why that? That's the only way the change can come, is by looking to the past and seeing, I don't want this anymore. I don't want that. I don't need this. This is not, this thought, this belief, this expectation, this feeling. None of this serves me anymore. It's a time of to take out the trash. Take it out. Literally. This is a huge time for that. The end of the year, clearing things out, giveaways, recyclables, trash can, all of it. Sell pile, I don't care. You're going to be getting rid of things on the inside and outside to level up here. Okay? So, air signs, I'm so happy that you were able to be here with me today. You can find me all over social media. Klairee Berry, pretty much everywhere. And of course, namely on YouTube. So find me over there if you haven't. I guess you probably are, because you probably wouldn't be in this group. Probably wouldn't be in this group if you weren't from YouTube. So thank you guys for all your support and love and just being here with me. Really appreciate you. So I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.